Hello and welcome to our first impressions of KingSim. So KingSim is where you take control of a king, or a kingdom in this case, and you make choices. And these choices can result in your instant demise, if you make the wrong choice, of course, and they can also result in, well, making a flourishing kingdom. If you'd like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. Let's establish a new kingdom, and we'll see what happens. This is the first time I'm getting into the game, so it's pure first impressions from here, because I felt like in a game that is all about choices, I want you to experience the game alongside me when I make these really bad or really good decisions. So let's have a look. The counselor says, "My lord, I am your new counselor. I was appointed to this position after you had sacked and executed your former counselor. I have some good and some bad news for you. Which would you like to hear first?" Okay, I'd like to hear the good news. Execute. I mean, I could literally execute this guy straight away if I wanted to, which would be quite funny, actually. I feel like that would be quite funny because he's a game character, obviously in a real life situation. Probably not a good idea to do that unless I am some kind of tyrant. But yes, let's try and play this a little bit seriously, shall we? Anyway, good news. The good news is that you, my lord, will soon become the new king. The bad news is that our beloved king has been killed and his palace has been occupied. The country is in chaos. Okay, are we at war? Exactly, my lord. We need to get ready for the invasion, although nobody knows when the horde will attack. Remember that war and defense are not the only options. Okay, options? My duty is to tell you how to rule successfully. Would you like to learn how to play the game of choice? Sure. Ruling a state is quite easy. You have to make decisions which will reallocate resources. The first resource is the army. The army is acquired or required to go to war. I read that incorrectly because of the font, my bad. To control your people. If at some point your army gets too small, we will be either conquered or revolution will break out. Another important resource is food. People do have some food stocks of their own, however, if food supply is insufficient and you have a lot of mouths to feed, revolution or cannibalism will be inevitable. Money rules the world, everybody knows that. Therefore, another resource which you should also bear in mind is the gold in your treasury, my lord. The lack of faith leads to immorality and sin. Cultists killing your people is probably not the scenario you would want to unfold, certainly not the best one. People will judge your decisions, my lord. They may have food and a place to live in, but this does not guarantee their happiness. Keep your people entertained. They shouldn't think about hardships too much. They say that plague has broken out in the north. The best way to keep you safe from the disease is to take care of your court physicians and town healers, my lord. Alright, there's a huge amount to take notice of here. I will be counting the days starting from now and put them down on the coat of arms. It is necessary for my lord to know how many days have passed since the former king died. We need to wait for your coordination. And here is the first issue on the agenda. The citizens of the nearby towns have arrived at our castle gates. They want to found a village close to us in order to feel safe. They say living without a king is terrifying, but accepting new citizens is a great responsibility. Will you let them do it? Okay, so this is where we obviously begin here. And we're going to see exactly what happens. So, we can kill them. We can kill them if we want to. I'm going to allow it. There we go. So we've lost food, but we also gained happiness. That's pretty good. Now bear in mind, as we play through the game, the map on the left side here is going to change in various ways. Obviously, as we have founded a new village, there's a village. It has appeared. It has appeared on the map, which is very cool in my opinion. Anyway, the new citizens have founded a village. The people are grateful. This has increased the overall happiness of the citizens. However, some food supplies had to be given to the refugees. We have some extra labor resources now, my lord. What would you like to build? Okay, well, I'm thinking probably a marketplace. I think we need some cash. So let's get a marketplace going. Excellent. A market will boost trade in the region and will give an opportunity to engage in commerce and to collect taxes. My lord, some strange peasant with a glass in his eye is asking for your audience. He looks like a jester and talks strangely about some kind of heresy, something about changing the world. Your believers may not like this. Do you want to let him in? Okay, we could make a jester. Let's make a jester. Okay, there we go. We lost one happiness, but we gained some faith for some reason. Your Grace, you do not understand. Ouch! I'm an inventor. Oh, Okay, guard. Don't hit me anymore. Yes, I will dance for you and tell jokes. Okay, so that guy's actually an inventor, so I made a bit of an error there. But, you know, that's the point of the game. Making these mistakes and making them amusing, which is what they obviously did there, is the whole point of the game. Anyway, the sun is going down. Good night, my lord. You had a fruitful day today. Okay, so let's sleep. And let's see what happens in day 2. But you can see here that there's our marketplace. You can see little people walking around as well, which is really nice to see too. Good morning, my lord. Some citizens would like to come into your throne room. They want you to arbitrate their dispute in court. We also need to strengthen our defense line. What will you choose? Defense. How should we prepare for the battle, my lord? We are going to build a tower. The tower with the gates rises high above our valley. Even though the enemies can theoretically simply get around it, I should say, it does. Okay, that was probably not the best idea. It does look impressive. Look at him, he's mocking me. I want to execute him now. Oh well, never mind. One peasant spoke to another. You won't believe it. My neighbor turned out to be a vampire. I've stabbed him with a wooden spear stake into his heart and he died. That is not funny. Oh, okay. I'll think of a better joke. Just don't hit me anymore. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that was not funny at all. I mean, to be fair, the counselor did say he looks like a jester, and I was like, maybe he's a jester. I don't know. Anyway, now it is time for a good night's sleep. Okay, you worked hard for the... Okay, yeah, so now the days are going to start, rolling along here. The sun is shining, my lord. Time to wake up. I have some good news for you. Our market is attracting some overseas traders. We could buy anything we like from them, be it weapons or sweets from across the sea. Yum yum. Would you like to go for a walk, my lord? Let's have a look at our market. All right, so now we can actually have a look at the market, and we can even buy stuff, which is really cool. Well, you're gonna weep just having a look at the prices. Don't buy anything unless it is an emergency. I would like to sell some stuff actually, because I don't have a lot of money right now, and we could potentially sell some stuff. What about this? Yeah, let's sell a little bit of that, because that's faith, and we got 10 in cash. I don't know really. My lord, our scout has come back. The horde of foreign savages is very close. May the one god bless us. Alright, I didn't want to disturb you, sire, but our fears are confirmed. We have some new problems. We've got a guild of thieves and assassins in the town. Their commander is someone calling himself Esteban el Ais, I don't know, the king of thieves. They started with petty theft, stole things from peasants, but those thieves managed to steal Count Soprastan's family jewels. Rumor has it that they are the ones who rob our caravans. The newly built market and trade have aggravated the situation, my lord. The thieves' camp must be located somewhere in the woods. We need to quickly think of something to solve the problem. What shall we do? Let's do negotiation. Where shall we meet? In the castle. He's gonna assassinate me, isn't he? Let's meet in the castle. Has refused to meet. He thinks you are mean and treat your people badly. He's likely to start a fight. Esteban, heading a crowd of thugs, are breaking through to the castle. Moreover, someone has blocked our garrison. Esteban will soon be here. Okay, let's fight. I think we're going to survive. My lord, I'm so happy to know you survived. It was a sheer hell. Esteban and his gang of thieves are dead. It'll take some time to wash off the floors from the blood, though. My king, Kalahar Ard's horde. It'll be here anytime soon. What shall we do? What shall we do? We need to pull ourselves together, my lord. We still have some time before the invasion. I suggest that we send the main garrison to our new tower. We will try to repel Kalahar and his attack there, and then we will retreat to the castle. But what will you order? Okay, I mean... okay, so personally, I think the counselor is a bit of an idiot. I'm not much better, but I think he's a bit of an idiot. So I'm actually gonna... On the one hand, I think it would probably be a good idea to defend the castle, but he's suggesting that we defend the tower, and if the enemy decides to attack the tower, I think that's more defensible. So let's try defending the tower, but I highly doubt... Oh, there we go. They are going to retreat to the castle when it falls. Yeah, that sounds good then. Okay, thank you for your trust in me, my lord, even though I just called him an imbecile. Oh well, never mind. The armies will be sent to the tower and will retreat when the enemy break through it. I can see Kalahar and his horde at the horizon. There they are. Look at that. There they are, right there. It looks like they're going to storm our tower. Seeing this army, I don't think the tower will last long. Oh dear. Well, what am I supposed to do? Look, here they come. Okay, the tower has been destroyed. The soldiers gave a good fight, but retreated when the tower fell, as you had ordered. Now they are on their way to the castle. Okay, so they're going to destroy the village. 100% they will destroy the village. Most peasants managed to escape from the burning village. Now all that's left of their buildings is embers. Nevertheless, many people have lost their homes. Some of them lost their loved ones too. Okay, here we go. Are we going to even be able to survive this? It's highly unlikely. By the way, huge amounts of different endings. As far as I am aware, this game has over 120 different endings. So replayability is definitely there. So there you go. Your warriors were not prepared for the fight. I do feel sorry for them. I heard I could find an equal rival in these lands. It looks like the witch was wrong. You are good for nothing, just like your slaves. This is obviously Kalahar talking. I wonder if you can die with dignity of a warrior, lord of the land. I mean, we could offer a deal, but what am I actually going to give him? You can't negotiate. Just like you can't ask spirits for wealth or beautiful maidens. This is your last lesson to learn. He's going to slay me now, isn't he? Yep. There you go. And I don't know whether you can see this. I don't think you can, but I just got an achievement that says Death 17, because, yeah, there are many different deaths. After being offered a deal, Kalahar had a good, hearty laugh for a moment. It even seemed that he would let the king go. But that was but a quick illusion. The king was beaten to death by sharp stones, and his death was followed by a glorious, huge orgy. Oh, how lovely for them. Hopefully they were not doing that on top of my corpse. Let's just hope that. Okay, new kingdom. Let's do it. Let's do it a little bit differently. My lord, I am your new counselor. I was appointed to this position after you had sacked and executed your former one. Okay, I'm going to execute this one this time. We have executed the previous advisor as you requested. I am your new one. The twin brother. The twin brother of the previous advisor. Please do not execute any more advisors. They're in short supply. Execute him too. Oh, really? Okay, fine. Let's not execute them too much, shall we? Okay, the king executed his advisor again. Horror rushed through the lands. And? There were no more willing to take this post in the kingdom. The king could not receive news about the kingdom, and it quickly fell into anarchy. Well, there you go. That's Death 46, by the way, if you were wondering. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Fate number 46. Okay, yeah, let's make a new one. All right, so I'm going to execute the first guy, but I'm going to leave the second one. All right, so let's execute this one, and then we'll just continue with this guy. That sounds about right. Okay, well then, the bad news is that the former king has been killed and his palace has been occupied. The good news is that you, my lord, will soon become the new king. All right, not bad. Well, except for the fact that the country is at war and the royal palace is ruined, so you cannot go there. We need to get ready to defend our own palace. My duty is to tell you how to rule successfully. No, I don't really care about that. I already know how everything works. Thank you very much. And here is the first issue on the agenda. The citizens of the nearby towns have arrived at our castle's gates. They want to... Yeah. Let's do that. Let's allow them to form the village. I feel like that's a good idea, right? That's a good first step on our way to having a kingdom that can actually do something. And this time we're going to go for the mines instead of the marketplace, because the thieves guild and the assassins guild and you know, whoever those guys were, they really didn't like the fact that we had a marketplace up and running. So what about a mine? Maybe a mine is going to be a little bit different. My lord, some strange peasant with a glass eye. Okay, yeah. Well, obviously we are not going to we're not going to make him a jester. We're just going to let him in. Because he's an inventor. My name is Steimer. I am an inventor. My task is to make your life and the life of your vassals easier. With the help of my inventions, of course. Let me visit your castle in the future to suggest new projects. Okay. Oh, you will not be disappointed, great lord. I will prepare my first draft and return to you tomorrow. The sun is going down. Alright, there we go. Okay, yeah. I think that was... Okay, so this was much better, in my opinion. I feel like we've done much better than the previous time. Okay, so... They want you to arbitrate their dispute. We also need to strengthen the defense line. I mean, building a tower is basically pointless, so I'm going to build a court. I'm going to go to the court of law this time around. Oh, my great lord, my name is Thomas. My wife has taken my money, my children, and my mansion. Now she lives with Bruno, the minstrel. I want justice. Okay. Don't believe him. Equally, punish everyone. Don't believe him. You are right as always, my lord. Thomas, you can leave now. You will not get your children, your money, or your mansion back. Okay. Do bear in mind that obviously this is all to be taken in jest. By the looks of things, that seems to be how the game is dealing with things. You know, it has a good sense of humor about it, which I do appreciate quite a bit. They're asking you to hear them out and arbitrate their dispute. Oh, Countess Delova and Count Sopristan. Okay. Here's the reason why I came here. Since the very foundation of my house, Goat had always been our family's coat of arms, and Harold had always been our main goat, and the heart of our cattle, as far as I can remember, ever since I was a little girl. But when we ran out of money, we had to sell the goat. Count Sopristan bought it, and now he refuses to give it back to us, no matter how much money we offer. And now the Count says, Your Highness, may I? I am Count Sopristan, and I bought this goat. It was a fair bargain. Goat Harold is a great goat, so now the goat is mine, by law, and in all conscience. I'm asking you to hold that the goat is mine. I will generously support the crown if you make the right choice. So who will be the owner of the goat? I mean, okay, so if we actually take this in a realistic fashion here, if we take this decision, and think about it realistically, technically Sopristan is the guy that should maintain control of the goat. Because he bought it fair and square, right? He bought it fair and square way back when the other family was on hard times. There's not much to be done about it. It's this guy's goat. He bought it fair and square, right? So I'm gonna go with that. And there we go. We gained some money. We lost some happiness, which is to be expected, of course. The lawful owner Count must pay the fee. And the decision is final. All right. The inventor has now come. This is my first project. I invented a stinking bell. A stinking bell. Okay. For your miners, here's the idea. In the event of a threat in the mine, any miner can pull on a special cord, then the stench will scatter from the device throughout the district. I'm asking for a food project to pay the workers. Allow it. Okay, we gained some health, lost some happiness, gained some combat strength, and we also lost something else there. We lost food. Awesome. Don't worry, Your Honor. I will install the bell so the stench from the mine hardly reaches your window. Oh, I'm sure he will do that. He is an absolute imbecile, is he not? I should probably execute him next time. The sun is shining, my lord. Time for you to wake up. I have some good news. The mine that you ordered to build has borne fruit. We can use the metal extractor to forge armor for the knights or tools for the farmers. Well, we don't seem to be attacked at the moment, so I'm going to go for tools for the farmers. There we go. Wow, good amount of food right there. Not bad. Thanks to the tools, the peasants were able to dig the soil better. We can soon expect a rich harvest, my lord. Our scout has come back. The horde of foreign savages is very close. I probably should have built those weapons then, shouldn't I? Have mercy on such a right-minded lord such as you, my lord. Sigh. I know it's not a good time. But children have started disappearing from the town. Looks like a monster is foraging in the woods. If we don't take care of the problem now, we may soon have some big problems in the future. We could call the Beast Slayer or send our soldiers there. Send the Beast Slayer. And there he is. Good afternoon, Lord. I'm Therold. Therold? Really? I hunt monsters. On my way to your castle, I saw a werewolf's traces along the road. Is that why you've called me? In order to hunt down the beast? Yes. Well, Lord, based on the werewolf's traces, it's huge. Beast hunters don't work for free. It will cost you a fortune. Oh, well, I've got 50 gold. Is that enough? Oh, it only cost me 15. That's pretty good. Okay. He went to kill the werewolf. I'm 100% certain he's probably just going to either get killed or he's actually fighting him right now. I don't know whether you noticed on the map here, but he went off into this little tree line over there. Okay, Kalahar's Horde. It will be here anytime soon. What should we do? What should we do? Okay, yeah. Now this is the big event that I think everyone has to go through when they play this game. So I would assume that what we should do is we should probably... We can give the villagers shelter in our castle, but it will take time. There is a new village between, and it will be totally vulnerable before the attackers. You know what? Should we just sacrifice the village and defend the castle? That's what we're gonna do this time around. We're gonna be a little bit evil this time, or realistic, depending on what you want to say. Anyway, sadly we'll have to sacrifice the common people's lives, but sometimes even lords do not have a choice. Shall we defend the castle? Yes. I'm seeing a little bit more of a realistic perspective here, because obviously the village doesn't have anything that can really be used as a defense, so it's going to be very difficult. Okay, there we go. He's coming. It looks like they're going to storm the village. All we can do is wait. I mean, generally, if I wanted to be good, then I would be defending the village, but as I said, if there are no defensive emplacements whatsoever, there is basically no point in me going over there and having all of my men die in that situation, because these guys are all on horses. It's absolutely impossible for us to do anything there. Only a few managed to reach the castle. Well, greetings to the lord of these lands. Okay, I lost all of my military strength, so it seems to me like what I would need to do in future is probably build those weapons. Your warriors were not prepared. Okay. So, in my opinion, you're going to need to get those weapons. You need to get those weapons to be able to survive this particular thing. I'm going to stay silent this time. Farewell, Lord of the Land. And there you go. That's it. We're dead. We're dead once again. I mean, that's the point. I feel like, in general, yeah, we definitely need to build those weapons, or to forge those weapons. So, getting the mine is good, but not building the weapons, not so good. Alright. Not a word was uttered by the king right up to the moment when the great Kalahar pierced his head through with a huge stake. The inhabitants of the Shadowlands considered this the most honorable and humane way to die. And there you go. That was Death 16, by the way. And that is indeed it. And I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. If you would like to check out KingSim, there is a link in the description. It's a pretty cheap price, actually, and 35% off at the moment as well in the launch week. So, obviously, if you fancy being a king and getting killed any number of times, then this is definitely the game for you. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, I'm going to do a little bit better next time. But otherwise, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.